Declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, what's up? Squeaky, squeaky. That was North Carolina Patrick McHenry, slamming that gavel down. And you know what's funny is this dude right here told Nancy Pelosi to pack her stuff and get up out of there with her secret office hid in the back where she could go in the back and do things in the rear because now left likes to do things all in the rear. They said, "What are you doing in there?" "I'm building a ship in a bottle." Got both hands in there with little tweezers. You know what they do. How do you think that monkeypox thing got started? And then, remember the gay couple that had the monkeypox, and somehow or another the adopted child and the dog both caught the stuff at the same time? That's not been talked about much. Speaking about what's not been talked about, what happened with Kari Lake's trial? I didn't even keep up with that because it was looking really bad from day one. It's supposed to have day two, and then even the Gateway Pundit hasn't reported anything on it. That's weird. Now, another thing. Okay, so, yes, Kevin McCarthy out. Okay, yes, he's out. Now, what is the realm of possibility that this could open up a window of opportunity for Hakeem Jefferies to come slide in there like he stepped on a hot pile of poo that hasn't dried all the way yet and just slip himself right in the old position? No, not Don Lemon style, even though fingers and sniffing come hand in hand. No pun intended there. That really was a thing, by the way, because if you look back in the history of Don Lemon, he actually, which you probably don't remember who this guy is, but he used to be CNN people and MSNBC people, and then they were going to put him on The View, but he Dirty Sanchez, one of his interns, pushed him up against the wall, stuck his fingers in his butthole, and put it in his nose and made him smell his own. It made him smell. Hakeem made him smell. Not Hakeem. Same thing. Don Lemon. Actually, I think they're the same people. I think Don Lemon and Hakeem Jefferies are like the same people. It's kind of like one of those cars that you used to have as a kid. You could spray it with cold water and it'd be red, and hot water would make it yellow. Do you remember those? They spray Hakeem Jefferies down with cold water, and then you get Don Lemon. I don't know. Anyhow, let's read a little bit about what's happening with Pat McHenry. McHenry. Gosh. I'm not Joe Biden, so it doesn't matter. I can mess it up. I'm not speaking to the world. Don't know what I'm doing here. Anyhow, Speaker Pro Team Patrick McHenry, Republican from North Carolina, ordered the Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi. What does that mean? Nancy Pelosi, anyways, to vacate her Capitol hideaway office so he could take it over. Now, so here's the deal. Can I roll around and embellish and like in a win yet? No, because there's crazy things going on the backside of politics. And now that we've got people don't realize there is the possibility that they could put somebody in there worse. You know that, right? Yeah. I'm just going to let you know how this all. I'm afraid of that. That's why, like, even on the twatters, they're like, "Do you support Kevin McCarthy being out?" And I'm like, yeah, I do. Can you? Because you've got to remember, right now we're in a really, really, really intricate pivot point in politics and leadership in the country in itself. And there's talks of Donald Trump coming in there as House Speaker. And I know Kamala Harris. I know what she would say. Kamala Harris would be like, "Do not come, do not come." And then Trump would be like, "I'm gonna come." and then but in all actuality, I think that Matt Gaetz should step up and put himself in there as the viable option for House Speaker. I imagine that there's a lot more behind the scenes of House Speaker than just, could you imagine the pressure from the lobbyists, the pressure from the star whackers that Randy Quaid talks about. I had a dream about Randy Quaid last night that I actually met him in person. I was like, "Randy!" And I gave him like a high five, or like not really a high five, but like dap. They call it dap in the 90s. We said, "Look, give me that dap, man." And you'd come up there and you'd shake hands a little bit or do something where it was some dap. Man, I don't know if we do dap anymore. Ever since COVID came out, dap went away. Now they fist bump. Everybody fist bump. I mean, it's like That's, you know what fist bumping is a representation of. I'm just going to let you know right now. If you do this right here, that's the same thing as two men coming at each other, playing, what is that, jousting games without the joust. They run around naked and bump into each other, and that's what they're representing when you fist bump. I'm just letting you know that right now. When they say, hey, fist bump me, it's like, no. I don't want to. That's normalizing something. But this dude here said, Nancy Pelosi, get up out of that office. I needs this office. I need a place to put all my. I think what he's going to do is set up some model trains. He was big into model trains. Hence the bow tie. And so he's going to have a bunch of the Lionel train sets to be moved in. And this is all be his personal collection. This will not be part of the taxpayers' fundage. He's not going to grift on us, so that's a good thing. But he's going to do that, and I think, let's see, the eviction is a sharp departure from tradition, as Nancy Pelosi continued to say. Actually, Nancy Pelosi saying the eviction is a sharp departure from tradition actually came out more like, this has been a tradition. And, can I have another beer? They had to translate that to get that. Office space doesn't matter to me, is what she says, but it seems to be important to them. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. And it's so important to her. She sucks. She called McHenry and House Republicans to focus instead of the legislation. But now that the new Republican leadership has settled this important matter, let's hope that they get to work on what's truly important for the American people. Okay. Let me show you something here. Which I've got Dan Bongino. Dan Bongino actually tweeted out and says, here it is right here. McCarthy sucked big time. I'm quoting Dan Bongino. McCarthy sucked big time. But if today was so wonderful for conservatism, then why did the Democrats vote overwhelmingly for it? And that is the $110 question. Because they had a dude in there that would roll right with all their policies and not mind a bit, shamelessly. I'm writing a stern letter, and I'm gonna tell everybody this is not supposed to be done, but I'm not gonna do anything. Even Matt Gaetz drew up all the necessary paperwork that all Kevin McCarthy had to do was sign to get Hunter Biden indicted, and never happened. Stalled everything, stalled all the investigations, never did a thing. Was running all the cover for the Democrats and what they want. So it's really, really strange to see that they actually let this go through, because Democrats could have saved them. So what does that mean? Are we going to be better off? Are they going to be able to swing some kind of weird stuff? Because they like to swing weird stuff. That's something I want to know in the comment sections, how you feel about that. What do you feel about? Look at Ilhan Omar. Look at this. Look. Ilhan Omar is simping over Matt Gaetz. Even the old chick over there, she's like, I don't know. I guess whenever women love male masculinity. Real women do. Women that have real estrogen and a real vagina and all that fun stuff. Masculine men who actually grab hold of a situation, take leadership, speak out without worrying about what somebody else is going to say. Punch somebody in the face who's running that mouth. Women love that. Here's a good example. Look at this. She is sizing him up. She is like, she's checking out what's going on at that. She's looking at that back line. She's like, look at that back line. That fool right there could move those hips. And the old woman's like, mine first. I've got less time on the earth. Let me get it first. Oh gosh. So where was it at? I was trying to think. I've got actual footage. I've got on the floor footage of what was going on between Matt Gaetz and Kevin McCarthy. And maybe this happened. This was during. Let me let you know that this is from when they were going to vote in Kevin McCarthy, or they were running the vote for House Speaker. This was a heated conversation between Kevin McCarthy, several other colleagues. Lauren Boebert's even involved with it. Check this out. Watch this.
Son, what does it go for, Bill? Can you say it? Well, who knows? A really rich doctor said you were a bummer, and I think you don't know algebra. No, we're talking science, bud. The science of what? Is that a tiger? One of your friends promised me I could flick you in your face. Absolutely, you may not do that.
Hit him in his cringy smirk for real.
Say any cereal name. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You're like people in the 12th century. Why'd he say it like that? You're a formulated pickle popper.
He's a storm cloud.
I don't like you, dude. And there's a tiger. That's it. You two guys sent the tiger.
I did
No.
not me.
What
tiger?
That is reprehensible.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Brad?
I'm a horrible person.
Brad, I'll report you to Nadine. I just want your leg bones to be okay. I brought the tiger. Really, you got somebody on the organ now? Hey man, you're gonna pay for dinner. You're gonna pay. No, I'm gonna get off it.
Robert De Niro saying some stuff. I think I'll put that on Rumble, though. I think I want to do that on Rumble. Let's not nuke the channel right away. I mean, we're doing good so far, so look for that to come out on Rumble. I'll shoot that out later. But Robert De Niro coming out about some of that jab stuff. This is recent, by the way. This was not old. He was speaking out, doing some stuff. Now he's sounding off. Something happened. Some family member got messed up, and he's like, I've had enough. And so check this out. You want to see, here you go. Here's Diablo. Las Diablo. ¿Dónde estás, Las Diablo? ¿Qué pasa? Here you go. Oh, yeah. I'm ready to go. You better get off of me. Get off of me. You're Japanese person. He racist. He racist. He just slapped that old woman right out of her thing. Oh, okay, all right, okay. Let me see here. Where am I? Okay, I got a couple. This is gonna be quick because I want to see what happens later on this afternoon. I'll try to get another video out later on after we see what happens to transpire, to who's gonna do what with everything and all that. But I just want to. Here it is. If this makes you feel any better, man, dude. So when you see rich people, when you see elite people, whenever you see what looks like somebody having the best time of their life on the surface. Trust me, there are deep wounds and scratches and cuts that definitely don't come out unless to close doors, or better yet, when they think nobody's watching. Here is Zelensky, and there is Zelensky's quote-unquote wife. Okay, here we go. Watch this. She looks... I don't know what the music will do, but what we're going to do is we're just going to knock the audio down just a little bit, and we're going to look at that face. She's like, when you think nobody's looking, resting bitch face comes out. She's got a lot on her mind. Like, why am I letting a gay actor waste good years of my life right now just to have a political agenda that maybe will have me a seat later on in some kind of weird board that might be able to be World Economic Forum me? But does anybody in this world think that this Zelensky guy, he wears his green little shirt? I mean, like, could you imagine having to be married to that husk of a person? I mean, just really. Or supposedly married. Supposedly married. I don't know. But the faces she makes pretty much says it all. Says, okay, I'm miserable. I want this to be over. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't realize it was going to be a long haul. And I'll leave us out. We've got Labama. Labama. Letitia Obama. I don't know who CP3P mean, by the way. Watch this. Okay, hey, I'll let you know what happens a little bit later on this afternoon with the Kevin McCarthy thing and the whole thing with Matt Gaetz, and then we'll see what happens with Hakeem Jefferies. But if that happens, I've been talking about this since they were talking about getting rid of Kevin McCarthy, or better yet, with all the stipulations. Like, if they get rid of Kevin McCarthy under these stipulations, does that mean that Hakeem Jefferies could come in? I'd be like, no, they won't do that. Everybody, just because they don't want to believe that. Just please. All right, here we go.
My message is simple. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law. And it is my responsibility and my duty and my job to enforce it. The law is both powerful and fragile. And today in court, We will prove our case. I thank you all for being here. And again, justice will prevail. My message.
Thanks, Letitia Mama James. Like, subscribe, and share. Tell everybody what's going on. You have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of the week ahead. It is Wednesday. It's a wake up. Wake up. We have a 1 day and a wake up. Tomorrow Thursday. Wake up Friday. Weekend. Bam. Have a good time. I'm out.